Hey, this is Joshua Waldman, author of the best-selling book, Job Searching with Social Media for Dummies, and creator of the award-winning career blog, CareerEnlightenment.com. I train career professionals on integrated social media job search tactics and speak with students around the world to help them get ahead. If you're a career advisor working with college students, then you've probably had a hard time getting students to show up to lectures about LinkedIn or personal branding unless they're required to, or maybe you're serving pizza. And to make things even more difficult, the LinkedIn class you've probably been teaching these last few years is probably outdated due to recent platform changes with LinkedIn. Yet you know that students use social media, but getting them to use it for their career feels like herding cats, right? Keeping up to date with social seems like an impossible task for a lot of career advisors. After all, you didn't get into this job to be a technologist. You got into this to help students make the most of their lives and their careers. You probably just fell into the technology teaching because you had to, or maybe you think LinkedIn is pretty cool, which it is. If you can relate to any of these feelings, then you're not alone. After speaking with students and their career advisors around the country, these are the very same frustrations everyone is feeling right now. So I've put together these 3 tips that you can use to make your job of showing students the right path with social media in their careers even easier. First, your students don't need another clicky class. Sure, social media might be a relatively new thing for you, but let me tell you, it's not new for them. They've been Facebooking and tweeting and texting since they learned how to write. My daughter had her first email battle in 5th grade. So the last thing students are interested in is attending a seminar with LinkedIn features on the screen. Using the features for virtually any software is second nature to them. We might struggle finding where to find the advanced search, but they probably know where to find it intuitively. And they'll just Google it if they don't know, which is really, it's true. So here's what they're really concerned about when they come to a seminar. First, they're worried that many years of social media use, not always mature years, might land them into trouble. Those drunk Halloween beer bogging photos now might end up for a bad experience when looking for a job. So, not knowing how deep those old pictures are going to affect their employment prospects concerns them. And the last thing they need to hear from their coach is more fear. So how can you show them what employers are actually looking for, and then how students can be sure that their name is unsullied? Second, they might be tech savvy, but they're not professional yet. Think about it. How can a 21-year-old person know what to put in a LinkedIn headline or summary without having gone through the process of introspection and research of what they want to do when they graduate? This uncertainty is very unsettling. So when you say, here's where you put your headline, they're thinking, I have no idea what to talk about here. So your job should be, here's what you put in your headline and how you craft it. The way to overcome these challenges, to stop focusing on the technology class and instead focus on what the technology can do for them, is the way to solve this problem. Frame the technology as strategy and professionalism. That's what they really, really need to hear. Rather than offering a LinkedIn class, offer a class like how to get recruiters more excited to hire you online, or maybe don't make these 3 online job search mistakes. A little push like this can really help boost attendance when you're running LinkedIn and social media classes to help your students get ahead. Second tip, sometimes they see you as mom or dad. The schools that I've seen with the most successful adoption of social media for job search have leveraged their alumni network or brought in outside experts and otherwise stepped back from the role of parent and let someone else preach. And I know it's not your intention, but for many career advisors, they really do struggle with this one. Luckily, there's an easy fix. You just need to identify a few outside experts, paid or alumni, willing to come in consistently and deliver the message that you need. When I speak with schools, I always ask the Career Center director, What is that one thing that you've been trying to get your students to do? A good presenter will always try to reinforce your message and your voice. Finally, social media is part of your students' daily experience, just like your Career Center is part of the total campus experience. Find ways to integrate with other on-campus channels, particularly media channels. I recently interviewed a school for a blog article I wrote about their use of social media and was so excited to learn how well they've integrated with the messaging with the rest of the campus. For example, they have a Pinterest board showing great dorm room furnishings from the Career Center. Every Friday, they run Funny Friday contests, and the whole campus takes part and enjoys that. So by coordinating with other social media channels on campus, like the tweets from the athletic center or texts from student activities, they're set up in a system of cross-promotion, and that's something you can take advantage of too. They've seen an increase in foot traffic of 30% by adopting this integrated communications approach. It's definitely something that every school should take advantage of. So here it is again, just to recap. Number one, focus on teaching job search strategy first and how to use social media as a tool second. Strategy first. Bring in outside voices to encourage participation. And finally, adopt an integrated social media communication strategy to reinforce the idea that the Career Center is simply part of everyone's campus experience. If you resonate with any of these tips and you think you might adopt them for yourself, I'd love to hear from you. When you sign up here, I'll send you the first chapter of my book, Job Searching with Social Media for Dummies. Each week, I share valuable tips like these that you can use to help navigate the often tumultuous world of social media job search. I've also developed a comprehensive curriculum that you can plug and play with slides and syllabus and lecture notes so that you don't have to recreate the wheel every time you start to teach a social media oriented job search class or a workshop. These are two-hour seminars with timings and lecture notes, in-class exercises with an accompanying workbook called the Social Media Job Search Workbook, which is available on Amazon if you want to take a look at it. So all of these resources are available for you just by signing up here, and get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to talk to you about the challenges that you're facing teaching the students how to be a little bit mature when it comes to their career. Thank you all so much for your time. Again, this is Joshua Waldman, and I'll talk to you soon.